Sodom and Gomorrah. What if an entire city disappeared overnight? Not because of war, not because of disease, but because God Himself decided it should no longer exist. This is not a myth. This is not a legend. This is the true and terrifying story of Sodom and Gomorrah. And by the end of this story, you will understand why this ancient judgment still sends fear through the world today. Sodom and Gomorrah were not small or weak cities. They were rich, powerful, and full of life. Located in the fertile Jordan Valley, these cities were known for abundance, pleasure, and freedom without limits. From the outside, they looked successful, prosperous, advanced. People had everything they wanted. But beneath the surface, something dark was growing. Something that reached far beyond human understanding. And God was watching. The Bible tells us that the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah was great. Their sin was not hidden. It was open, public, celebrated. Evil was no longer secret, and shame no longer existed. Violence filled the streets. Pride ruled their hearts. Corruption became normal. And the people completely rejected God's authority. But here is what most people misunderstand. It was not only what they were doing, it was the fact that they refused to repent. They saw no problem with their actions. No guilt. No fear. And no desire to change. One night, 2 angels were sent into the city of Sodom. They did not arrive with fire or thunder. They came quietly, appearing as ordinary men. Lot, the nephew of Abraham, saw them at the city gate and immediately invited them into his home. He sensed danger. He knew the reputation of the city. And before the night was over, his fear became reality. As darkness fell, the men of Sodom surrounded Lot's house. Young and old, from every part of the city, they demanded that the strangers be handed over. This was not a moment of temptation. This was a city completely consumed by corruption. There was no innocence left. No restraint. No fear of consequence. And at that moment, the angels revealed who they truly were. They struck the man outside with blindness and warned Lot that the city was about to be destroyed. They told him to gather his family and escape immediately. Do not delay. Do not look back. The judgment of God was coming. As the sun rose the next morning, fire and sulfur fell from the sky. The ground burned. The cities collapsed. Everything was destroyed. Homes, streets, and lives were erased in a moment. Sodom and Gomorrah were wiped from the face of the earth. What once stood as symbols of pleasure and power became nothing but ashes and smoke. As Lot and his family fled, something tragic happened. His wife looked back. Not just with her eyes, but with her heart. She longed for the life she was leaving behind. And in that instant, she became a pillar of salt. A permanent symbol of attachment to a world already judged. Years later, Jesus Himself warned the world with 3 simple words. Remember Lot's wife. Because Sodom and Gomorrah are not just ancient ruins. They are a warning. A reminder that no city, no culture, and no generation is beyond accountability. When corruption is embraced and truth is rejected, judgment is never far away. This is not just history. This is not just a story. This is a kingdom story. And it was written as a warning for all who are willing to listen.